What aspect of today's game was the most frustrating for you?
We didn't finish very well. Finished the series. We talk a lot about Sunday being attitude day, and we got off to a slow start. I was disappointed in the way we started defensively, and I think 8 of their 10 runs, their runs, 8 of the 10 were with 2 outs. We couldn't put away the inning in the first and several of the innings, and boy, they just kept the pressure on us. They scored in six innings, and we couldn't finish the inning off defensively from the mound or defensively. And then I thought we had a chance to extend some innings offensively and maybe get some cricket numbers. And some of our poorest at bats were with 2 outs and guys in scoring positions. It's not always easy to get that hit, but to have a quality at bat, that was a little disappointing. And left with a real sour taste in our mouth because we didn't finish the series or within the game, plays, throws, taking care of the baseball, things that were kind of, I believe, we're known for, and we just didn't play the game of baseball as well as they did. They crushed us.
They got all 3 games. They scored in the first inning and never trailed. I mean, you never kind of the same thing each day. They'd get there and were able to kind of tack on and never able to catch up, except for I think the second inning yesterday.
Yeah, that's the formula that we try to set out: is get started and start, sustain, and finish. And we're very generous with some of those first inning things, like the wild pitches, and a little disappointed in Isaiah because he was slipping on the mound. But our guys are highly trained when the mound gets like that, instead of after things go sideways, to do it before. And he was having a tough time gripping the ball and slipping, and it took the umpire to bring it to his attention. He said, "Yeah, I am slipping." So it's our own park, and we only have ourselves to blame. So we'll address that, and hopefully the next time we won't wait until it's too late.
Does it feel like kind of a critical juncture for you guys halfway through conference play, losing 3?
I think that's the obvious. And, we've lost 5 in a row and 5 in a row in conference, and it's not going to get any easier. Our next opponent's a pretty good baseball team, and I'll tell you one thing, our opponents aren't going to feel sorry for us, and the game's not going to feel sorry for us. We've got to tighten our bootstraps, so to speak, and start playing better.
What do you think it'll take for Isaiah to get out of this funk that he's in recently?
It's a fine line with him. He's been good for us in spots, and he certainly didn't have all of his pitches working. And actually, the way the game started, the first 2 hitters, I thought, he's got a pretty good breaking ball. He showed that, but boy, they all weekend, including today, when we made a mistake, they punished the mistakes, and that's what good hitters do. And I think they had 6 doubles today, and had a couple real hot hitters that are going pretty good. And we had a couple hot hitters today too. We just didn't have enough guys that were contributing. It was harder to sustain our rallies because of the in-between at bats for the guys that were doing well. It takes more than 1 hit or 1 or 2 good at bats to have a cricket number like they did. And they played awfully well this weekend. They deserved to sweep us.
You haven't used Cole today, sort of, but I assume a real whole staff deal on Tuesday, and kind of just see who's available and see how long they can give you?
Yeah, we'll regroup. I'm sure we're going to throw a lot of guys at them, and that formula, they're in the same boat as us. I don't think they're going to just go with a starter, and I don't know what happened today, but
they're down 1-0 in the 9th.
Oh, really? Whatever. I'm more worried about our team and throwing quality pitches and getting guys out there. We've got a deep staff. We've got enough arms, and we'll go over there and see if we're worthy of competing with them for sure.
You got your 3 freshmen there in the 3, 4, 5 spots for the last couple of weeks. How have you kind of seen them adjusting as you guys get deeper in the Pac-12 and kind of hit that midpoint?
I'm fine with them. Every once in a while, they'll take an immature at bat, like Dyer had 3 hits today, and then a 2-0 count with guys in scoring position, and the guy threw him a changeup, and he got tricked a little bit by that. And I think an older Matthew Dyer probably figures out they're not going to throw him a 2-0 fastball down the middle, especially that guy. There's pitchers that will throw you a fastball because they have that kind of a fastball. But I'm totally happy with those guys. You'd like them to play more maturely, but it's hard to urge them to do that when you're young. I think they're holding up very well for Division I baseball against good competition. So I'm real excited about their future in the game. So it's up to me to teach them those kind of little things, those little savvy things in the game. They're pretty smart players, so I think they'll get it eventually.
Yeah, kind of get a little bit of those things early on when you have them going that well that early, huh?
Yeah, and then sometimes your older guys overthink things. It's a tough game. This game cerebrally is a very difficult thing. You do everything right, and sometimes you don't get rewarded, and it gets frustrating. Dyer had a crummy day yesterday and made some adjustments, and that kind of tells you about him and his makeup. Had a crummy day yesterday and had a good day today. So that's what you ask your players to do, is rebound and do something about it.